Yeah, welcome, y'all, to another
Uh,
episode of Vibes and Convo. Oh yeah, y'all come on in.
oh
Y'all come
man.
on in. It's going down this week.
I like it.
If you guys hadn't guessed by now, I'm feeling kind of Drew Hillish today.
Come
Feeling
on.
kind of Drew Hillish today. You
He's
know,
Tell
feeling
me.
I'm
Drew
at. Hey,
Hillish.
welcome to another episode of Vibes and Convo, man. Hey, where we champion everything that's R&B, man. Everything R&B.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
going. We are y'all hosts, starting with my brother on key, always on key, never off. My brother right there, Mr. Kirk Queen, Mr. Get It In times 10
Hold
if you
on.
want to
Hold on.
win.
Let me do it more time. Let me do it one more time. Hold on. Say it one more time.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Introduce me
man.
one more time. One more
Welcome to
time.
another episode of Vibes and Convo. I'm feeling real Drew Hillis today. Feeling real Drew Hillis. You feel me? Hey, hey, this y'all boy. On
Come
key
on.
right there.
Uh-huh.
Come on. I'm
Always
here.
on key, never off.
I'm here.
You feel me?
Talk your
And
talk.
hey, and next up, we got our other co-host, Mr. Kirk Quinn, Mr. Get It In times 10 if you want to win. Everything less is a sin. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I like
And
that.
I'm your friendly neighborhood sequel 2297. And this week, if you haven't guessed by now, Key, let them know what we got this week, man. Go ahead. Birdman hands. Birdman hands.
Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir.
So, man. So this week we're going on a journey. We're gonna go on this journey, man, of an artist that we all know,
Yeah.
right? But we all know him for different reasons, right? The way I
Right.
look at it, we know him. When we talking about people, we know him for different reasons. But
Yeah.
we
Like the platinum
champion
hair.
him. We champion him over here as an R&B artist.
I see what you
Yes, we
did
do.
there.
Uh huh. We champion him. You like that word, huh, Quinn?
Yeah.
Champion.
Yeah.
Champion.
Yeah.
So we going on this journey, y'all. We gonna study the discography of the one and the only Sisqo, aka the Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah.
We gonna get all the way into it
That part.
because we definitely got some studying to do
Yeah.
on Cisco's discography.
Yes. Y'all people gonna make us
We're gonna go back and
understand.
we're gonna look. We're gonna get this story down. We're gonna try to go through the timeline.
Yeah.
We open for discussion today. Y'all see below right there, call in number. It's gonna be there. It ain't going nowhere. Cause if y'all want to call in, we
Feel
want to
free.
hear from y'all, man. This
Feel
is
free.
Cisco we talking about.
Yes, sir.
From the almighty Drew Hill. I like to call him Voltron now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Voltron now, you
Yep.
know,
Yep.
almighty Drew Hill. But we gonna dive all the way into that.
Mhm.
But before we do that, you know what we gotta do, right? There's 3 steps we need you to follow.
Ha!
So we can set the mood.
Set the mood. Set the mood for ya.
Yeah. All right. I love it.
We got the 3 steps that we
Yeah.
gotta set that we gotta lay out.
We know Drew Hill got 5. Don't look at us
Come
like
on,
that. We know.
we
We,
know.
we
We
only work
know.
with the 3. We work with the 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Come on.
Right.
Step number 1
Hey,
is find your place of comfort.
hold on one second. Let me close my door. No, we're not doing. Okay.
Yep.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Find your place of comfort. That could be at home. That could be on your couch. That could be in your car. That can be in your room. You know, they can be on your patio, they could be on your porch, however you want to call it.
Your hammock.
And for those that's living above their means, like Timbo described, they might be on the roof
On
top,
the
Up
upper
on the
chilling
roof.
on the rooftop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we want you to find your place of comfort. Step number 2
Yeah, man.
is we want you to get a good set of headphones, right? Because like an episode today, we're gonna be talking in detail about Sisqo's discography, right?
What my man
Right.
said.
So we want you to be able to follow
He said, get some of these.
piece by piece. So
And
we
some of
need the
those.
headphones on your ears.
Yeah.
The phone is cool. The phone has solid sound.
Right.
Some people's sounds is better than other people's sounds, on a depending on what kind of phone you got, right?
Factual.
But we want you to use headphones. We want you to headphones. There's more detail, much more audio detail.
Definitely.
Step number 3. I don't need to cover the label. I done got it down. I think the rhythm is now in place. I don't have to be reminded anymore. My brother Timbo, I think he got me in the program. But step number 3,
Yes, sir.
let's get you
Yes,
your
sir.
favorite beverage.
I'm the only
Get your
one.
favorite
Huh?
beverage and put it close to you. You
We're
look like
saving
you're
the
the only
world
one
one
that's
person at a
probably
time.
over there with no liquid at all. His brother Quinteray.
I'm thirsty.
Y'all pray for brother Quinteray on this
We gonna pray
on
for
this
brother.
lovely day of vibes and convo.
Parched.
And for the record, it's still Water Gang. Water Gang.
Water
Water.
gang.
I'm parched. You're parched. Don't
Water.
be parched.
But yes, welcome,
Don't be parched up.
welcome. We make sure this chat is enabled. So
Most
if
definitely.
people
Y'all come on in, man. Quit playing with yourselves, man. Y'all know we about to dig deep in this
We
here.
about to get all the way into it though.
Pause.
Yes.
About to get
Wait, did somebody just pause me?
Not you. Now he paused. Your pause Timbo. He said we're about to get
Oh,
deep
God.
in this. Stop
We
playing
don't
with
we
yourself.
don't pause over here either, man. We grown men over here.
You gonna make me sad, Quinn. I'm from nowhere.
I gotta get theatrical. Halt. Who goes there?
He used it. I'm from the
You know, I said it without saying I'm from nowhere.
You real West Sider.
I'm from the West. We don't pause.
Mhm.
Nah, but let's get real scientific, man.
Yes,
Get
sir.
real scientific. So what I want to do is let's start with our introduction to Sisqo. Right?
Okay.
Our introduction to Sisqo was with Drew Hill.
Yeah.
No doubt.
The legends, Drew Hill. Right out of Baltimore, right?
That's right.
Baltimore, Maryland.
That's right.
The group consisted of 4 members, huh?
Right.
Let me see if I can calculate everything in time order.
I know they came out in 96, 95, 96, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me see. All right. Yes, Drew Hill came out in 1996.
Okay.
And they were signed to Island Def Jam.
Island Def Jam.
Yes.
Right. Debut single was "Tell Me."
Yep.
What you want?
Which they really known for with that dance step.
Yep.
That
bounce.
Tell me what you want.
Yep.
Tell me. What was interesting is that
dancing in pajamas. I never forget that video.
Yeah, what was real interesting was that that's right. They were, man. Which is down with some time that passed, we learned that song was demoed for a few different artists
Mm-hmm.
that passed on it, right?
Oh, they,
Dave Hollister was one.
wow.
Tell Me was written for me, passed on it, and Drew Hill hopped right on it. And then the rest was history, right?
Right.
They went on to um, release. They released two group albums before Sisqo actually made his solo debut, right?
Self-titled.
Yeah, yeah. And then what happened was at that time, Woody departed from the group in 1999 um, to pursue a solo career, and it was that I guess the ultimate plan was for all of them to do solo records after the second album,
Right.
and Sisqo's debut album, Unleash the Dragon, um, was released on Def Soul Records in November of 1999. Unleash the Dragon sold moderate. It sold at first, well, it sold until the February 2000 release of its second single, and that was the Thong Song.
Oh,
Okay.
correct. Mm-hmm.
Now, let's pause right there, right? Thong
Right.
Song.
The iconic thong song.
Yeah.
I'm
The
gonna pass it over to both of you guys, but I want to start with Brother Kirk Quinn.
okay. Talk your talk.
Um, Thong Song. When you first heard Thong Song, knowing what you know from Drew Hill, knowing who Sisqo is, when you first heard Thong Song, what was your first thoughts?
I was excited.
Okay.
First of all, Drew Hill was the biggest group in the world at the moment, right? I was definitely a fan of everything that all of them had going on. I was waiting on Jazz's solo album. I missed Woody's. They didn't promote Woody's. The label didn't promote Woody's in a way where I knew Woody was out, if he was out yet. I think Woody was still working on his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when the Thong Song came out, I just remember being excited.
Mm-hmm.
I remember just feeling like another Drew Hill record because you kind of felt like they was breaking up and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you saw Jazz, you saw some of the members in the actual video.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Like they was in there. And, if you look at it these days, like a lot of people play with a thong song. Like that's a funny, like it's like it wasn't the biggest song in the world,
It sure was, man.
but it was the biggest song in the freaking world, yo.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Cross genres.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, definitely. It turned Sisqo it made Sisqo bigger than Drew Hill.
Mm.
There you go.
Mm.
There you go. I was waiting on somebody to say.
Yeah. Because a lot of people know Sisqo and might not know Drew Hill.
Nowadays.
If you talk about people who weren't like
And that's
fans
crazy.
of R&B, I think because that they just played the Thong Song in a movie on Netflix. Like they always reference that record.
Right.
You know what I mean? They kind of reference it in a funny way,
Right.
but
But still.
respect. You know what I mean? That's what 1999. It's 2024. That's 25 years later.
Mm. So your perspective. Your perspective was you was excited.
Super excited.
To see Sisqo thing. Okay, so Timbo.
Yes, sir.
Same question. When you first heard the Thong Song,
What
was your thoughts?
When I first heard Thong Song, and the first time I heard it, it wasn't even on the radio. I saw the video. I saw the premiere of the video on Video Soul. And I remember saying to myself, he's officially R&B superhero. Like that song alone, like launched him into a and the way he was perceived on there, like it launched him into a stratosphere. That once again, backing up what Kurt just said, he became bigger than Drew Hill. Became way bigger than Drew Hill.
Yeah.
And I don't even think he was prepared for that, to be honest with you.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, man,
Well, once we get more into his story, like it gets crazy.
definitely.
Okay. My thoughts with when I first heard Thong Song, um, it felt like a record that was left because, and what I mean by is like left meaning it went left,
Hmm.
or what I'm not used to hearing from him
Hmm.
because I'm used to hearing him with Drew Hill, right?
Correct.
Drew Hill have super R&B records, and they were s- top, one of the top selling R&B groups at that time.
Definitely.
Multi-platinum group at this point.
Hmm.
Um, so when I first heard it, I was like, okay, this is what is this? You know what I mean? This is not um
It's not regular.
it's not what I expected.
Yep.
And but over time, the record grew on me. So I'm like, okay, he still found a way to to find some vocals in there to it just turned into a fun record. It's just
Yeah.
a fun record.
Definitely.
Right.
And I just took it that way. And the video had a lot to do with the impact of this song too, because you know he was kind of you know I felt like the video vixen thing.
Yeah.
I feel like Sisqo had a lot to do with that, right? And in that day and time, right? Because I felt like um the beach scene
Yeah.
with the girls and doing the behind the scenes. I think I was watching was we watching them on MTV? I
Very
believe it was
possible.
MTV.
Yeah. It
I'm
was
sure
on
it probably did.
Making of the video.
MTV. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, and that was another thing, like to see him on MTV was weird to me.
Right.
Cuz at that time, MTV only catered to pop artists.
Yeah. URL and
There
all
wasn't
that
no
stuff.
R&B artists on MTV. So when
I like
Cisco was
that.
on MTV, I'm like,
Mm-mm. Yep.
ah,
They're pushing them
this is
somewhere
different.
else.
Yeah.
It turned them pop. They
Yeah.
tried.
And that's exactly, I think that was exactly the idea. And
Hmm.
that's why he was on there. Because of that song.
Al-
So it was
Also,
interesting.
also to piggyback off what you're saying with that key,
Mhm.
during that particular time, I remember specifically if you did get that was like the benchmark. If you did get on MTV as an R&B artist, you definitely crossed over. You definitely crossed over. Even during that time, even still, they weren't entertaining no R&B artists at all. They ushered in rap just because of your MTV raps, but R&B wasn't really getting them looks at all.
So
Drew
check
Hill was
this
definitely
out.
one of those first to really break ground in that way. Of course, Boyz II Men were one of the front runners to start that, along with the Jodeci's and all the other major names or whatever as far as R&B goes. But yeah, but
Right.
it was still a rarity or hit or miss if you caught them on MTV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
So it says, okay, Thong Song was a runaway hit, right?
no
And then it
doubt.
says its follow up, Incomplete,
Yeah.
were major hits on the Billboard Hot
Yes,
100 chart.
yes it was.
With Thong Song, here we go. Y'all listen to this, right?
Mhm.
Because this is a big thing. With Thong Song making it to number 3
Okay.
and Incomplete going to number 1.
Right.
So, correction. His biggest song is Incomplete.
That's
It is not
crazy.
Thong Song.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Statistically, yeah, that's right.
That's the big misconception in his thing.
Yep.
His biggest song was Incomplete.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you go to,
Highest charting song.
Yeah.
right,
And
and that makes it the biggest song.
Right.
exactly.
There's no
And
there's
it's a
no,
karaoke favorite to this day.
That's the benchmark.
come on.
Definitely.
Yeah.
She said, "Yep."
Yep. Most definitely.
What you agreeing to? I see, "Yep."
Yep.
What you
Shout
agreeing
everything
to?
we saying, I'm sure. Shout out T. I see you, mama.
Come on.
Thanks for
Shout out to
chiming in.
Thank you.
Feel free
Thank
to
you. Thank
call
you.
in and give your 2 cents if you feel like it. Why would they go to the number right there?
Come on.
Right. I mean,
Come on.
that's good though, because unlike Thong Song, Incomplete was unapologetically an R&B record.
Yeah.
It was a
Right.
ballad. It was a big power. It was a R&B power ballad.
ballad. Yeah, you're right.
You feel
Definitely.
me?
Right.
So, I mean, but at that point, again, it was the follow up from Thong Song. Sisqo was considered a pop artist in the eyes of the non general R&B fans. For people who didn't know him and just knew him from the Thong Song and didn't know nothing about Drew Hill, because there's a lot of people that was out there.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of opened them up to R&B, I think.
Mm-hmm.
See?
He might have
So
been a
it's
lot of
like
people R&B gateway.
he says that to this day. Like he goes, I've seen him in interviews. I've seen him on a stage say, "Hey, there's a big misconception. My biggest song, you 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 know, Thong Song is a song that is getting presented as my biggest song, but
Mm-hmm.
in reality, it's incomplete." Which I think is interesting in itself, you know. But it's not surprising because you came from an R&B group,
For sure.
you know. So your
Yep.
fan said, "Oh, incomplete. I'm with that.
Right.
All
With
day.
that." You know, the Thong Song has to grow on you. You know what I mean? I mean, if that's not what you're used to hearing from them, so you know, I'm gonna continue. So the success resulted in Play Along Toys manufacturing a Cisco doll in 2001.
Yep.
Oh, what?
Dang, I don't remember that.
Yeah. I
There's
do. I remember that.
a Cisco action figure?
Cisco had a doll?
Yes. Yes, I remember
Wow.
that too.
And I just remember that the Thong Song was the first time I saw somebody. We got used to him with the golden hair,
Huh.
but
But that-
an iconic part of Cisco's image was
Mhm.
he was basically one of the early guys when he was like unapologetically he had an image.
Yeah.
He was a singer, but he had an iconic like brand image, which was him coloring his hair.
Mhm. Definitely.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Mhm.
Before I continue with his story, I want to take a dive into the discography so we can
Okay.
talk about Unleash the Dragon album by looking at the songs
Mm,
at the same time.
Most definitely. Hey,
And
shout out Lady T. Hey, that's a real good point. Incomplete was him being vulnerable and women like that,
mm,
which was his base audience. No doubt. No doubt. Can't argue with that.
ah,
Great point, sister. Appreciate that. Great
come
point.
on. I
Hell
like
yeah.
that.
right.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's very yeah, yeah.
His core fan base
Mm.
was women of a certain age, from teenagers to grown ups. You know what I'm saying? So excellent point.
Definitely, definitely.
Trying to get as close as I can. So this is Cisco's Unleash the Dragon
Right.
album, and from what you can't see, we'll verbally explain to the best of our abilities.
Yes.
Um, First song, Unleash the Dragon. Now, see, this is an album we can kind of like. I mean, I revisit it throughout the week, but I played it so much that it was just like,
Right.
as I was listening to it, yeah, I'm like, yep, I remember what song is next. Yep,
Yep.
I remember this.
Mhm. Muscle
So
memory.
Right.
yeah. So what was interesting is that Thong Song came out, and then, well, the first song
The first single was actually
was it Got to Get It?
yeah, that was a single. I gotta get it. I think again, and I could be wrong actually. If my memory could be a little faulty, because I remember this whole album like every song was a single. Like I remember songs like they were singles.
Yes.
So, but I
Right.
think I gotta get it was a sing. I don't
Got to
know.
Get It. He was getting busy on there too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
kiss you under your navel.
I kind of remember the crazy video. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was killer. But yeah, like I didn't know what to expect because you had that Gotta Get It was first, and then Thong Song was second, and then Incomplete was third. It was
Right.
like, what is this album gonna sound like? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Had a little bit of everything on there.
And you know, as we listen to it, you're kind of like, huh, this is not too far away from
A Drew Hill album.
Drew Hill album. So,
Definitely.
you know, so the first song was Unleash the Dragon, right? Let's look at those
Mhm.
credits.
Yeah.
Featuring Beanie Siegel. He was
Yeah.
also a Def Jam artist at the time, right?
Mhm.
Shout out to Sisqo was working with the Gangsters. Yeah, the song with
Early.
the song with Beanie.
Early.
Him and DMX. What they really want from a ninja. See, I'm doing this for TV. You like that? But but I mean, yeah, it was a good time.
And this was 99. This album dropped in 99.
1999.
Can
Yeah.
I get you to look up the date, the exact date that album dropped?
Let me see.
I think you guys
99.
will be surprised.
Destiny's Child came out in 99. Sisqo.
A lot of great stuff dropped that same day.
Yeah.
I want to say Faith dropped another album that day.
Did
Also,
was it the R&B Wars? Did 112 and
I'm gonna repeat that it was released on November 30th, 1999,
oh yeah.
on Def Soul.
Fourth
Yep.
quarter, big money. That was the Jay-Z era. The fourth quarter. You
Mhm.
dropping music in the fourth quarter?
Mm.
Yep. Mhm.
Got to Get It was released November 2nd, 1999.
Yep. And I remember going to buy the album just off of that. Like before anything else got released as a single, I went in and got just because
Got to Get It was like
Sisqo. Why not?
he was like, I gotta
Dang,
get
like
this.
he dropped a single and then like
Yep.
28 days the album came out.
Yep. Yeah, I went right to go
They
get it.
didn't waste no time.
Nah.
Mhm. At all.
Wow. Thong Song was released February 15th, 2000.
So every 3 months, look like it.
Yeah, and then
Consistent rollout.
Incomplete was released July 25th of 2000.
So Thong Song was so strong, they let that run for about 6 months or 5 months.
Yep.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Also, keep in mind, this is during the time where people used to actually work. Companies used to really work albums,
Yeah.
right.
and this is a result. Like you see them, and you had in your material, you had to have enough material to back that up because they
And-
definitely were going to work
And he
every
had
song on that bad boy if they could.
a budget behind him too, though, because this was unofficially a Drew Hill album. Don't forget it. They've talked about it.
Yes, they have.
As far as their contract is concerned, they was trying to get out of their deal. And Sisqo, he applied his albums towards the Drew Hill,
Mhm.
right? So coming out of those platinum, those big budget albums from Drew Hill, they success.
Yeah.
We really saw the label put they invested a lot of money into the world knowing who Sisqo was.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
Got to Get It. Let me look at those credits.
At least that's my thoughts.
Pretty
Performed by Make It Hot and Sisqo. So Make It Hot
Mm.
was a duo, right? Out of Baltimore. Hip hop duo. I believe one of them was Sisqo's cousin.
Okay.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. And I remember him telling a story that he fought for them to be on this album,
Right.
along with Lover and, you know.
Yeah.
Which
Make It Hot was actually
which later on, you know.
I don't know why I thought Make It Hot was just one dude. Like he just went by Make It Hot.
Make It
I
Hot.
don't know why I thought it was just one dude.
It might have been one dude.
Oh.
It may have been one dude. I just remembered him. I don't know why I thought it was a duo.
No.
Maybe
Now, I know
maybe
he
I'm
did
thinking
have a
about
rap group, and that one of those guys that the Make It Hot was in. I know he had a group, a rap group that Make It Hot was actually in.
Let's
I think they called themselves the what was that? They called themselves the Associates. I think.
let's see.
I think that's what they called themselves.
Boy, it sound like they about to rap about degrees.
But they rap. But
Really?
if you hear them, because I know they got a song on one of Sisqo's albums. If you hear them, they definitely were repping B more to the fullest.
Oh
Right.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Going all in too.
Shout out to the DMV, man. Shout out to everybody from the whole Baltimore, DC, VA, little DMV area, man.
Most definitely. Yep.
Well, we'll see as the further we go on this story, we'll see if that unveils.
Yeah, we definitely will. We definitely will. And anybody that's out there listening, if y'all want the fact checkers, go right on ahead. Feel free. We're humble over here with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we get the information correct.
So it says formed by Sisqo in 1999, Lover was the first female quartet on the Def Soul label. Their single "How It's Gonna Be" was featured on the Rush Hour 2 soundtrack
Yes, it was.
in 2001.
I remember that joint.
Yeah.
There was a female Drew Hill.
Which falls perfect into the third song on Unleash the Dragon. Is Love Enough? Featuring Lover. But you know he Lover's all through this album.
Yeah.
From what I remember, because he used them on a lot of background vocals.
Definitely.
You know.
Yes, he did. Oh my God.
Because they was on when they on the end of I Got to Get It.
Yeah.
Got to get it. Or am I tripping?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, all through the album. Because it's Love Enough. They're on this joint.
Right.
And then there's the interlude.
Stay with me.
Come on.
Yeah. Right.
Come on.
To make you understand.
Is love enough?
Oh my God.
Track number
that's
track
a duet
number
people
4.
don't talk about. That's a power duet.
Come on.
Definitely.
Track number 4, Tonight, the interlude. Is Lover.
Yeah. That's Lover.
All day. Yeah.
All through the album, man.
Love her.
Yeah, love her. Love her.
And it was also on Incomplete.
Yep.
On the backgrounds. Remember that when it wants to you say that you stay. Even though it seems. When you go back and listen to it.
It was, yeah.
It turns into them.
Yep.
At the second half. It's crazy. I thought that was slick. Yep. I thought that was real slick.
Production.
Like, man, I'm gonna get them on as much things as I can.
Exactly.
Know? Yeah.
Can we speak to the selflessness of Sisqo? Like,
and that's what's crazy because as the story goes on,
left and right to keep his people in there.
Yeah.
Come on.
He come from a group.
And he started to go up, and they started to kind of get left. He's like, I'm gonna figure this stuff out. We're gonna put you somewhere.
Rising tides, rise all ships. You know,
and that's love right there.
Even though, and that again, which kind of circles back to what I was saying. I was waiting for some more Drew Hill music.
Yeah.
So I was like dissecting this to hear where, does Nokio got some beats on here? You know what I mean? Can I get one Woody song just like on it? Just give me one solo Woody. Like I'm looking for all the Drew Hill moments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what was crazy is that when he was getting when he was getting interviewed. Look, I'm looking right at the interlude, and I'm like,
I know, right?
How can I love you tonight? That's in my mind.
Yep.
That's in my mind. Y'all gotta excuse me. I got music Tourette's.
It's all good.
But
we love it.
When he was getting interviewed, he was always asked about, Drew Hill. What happened to Drew Hill? What happened to Drew Hill? His answer was, we're not broken up.
Right.
That's it.
We're right now we're doing what is called the Drew World Order.
Right.
Right. And the Drew World Order was for them all to do solo records. Yeah. Now Nokio never did a solo record, but Nokio did a lot of production
and
songwriting and A&R.
Yeah, he popped out with that dun 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 like that's when I really felt like Nokio producer and I had to go back and I realized
about the Eve record.
Yeah, the Neve and what they want, huh? Okay. Who is that on that? Was that
Swiss Beats?
It was Swiss Beats. And Nokio
produced it, yeah.
Yep. Yes, he did.
But I felt like he did a song with Eve and somebody else too. And like Gwen Stefani or somebody.
I'm sure he did.
Anyway. Yeah, but
Yeah,
again, we was all for it. I
he
was
did a
looking for
lot of
everything
records.
to go.
Did a lot of records. So
Yeah.
that was the Drew Hill order, Drew World Order. He was explaining that in the interview. You know,
Right.
like, hey, you know, Drew Hill is not done. We're not broken up, and that's why when he did that MTV Awards, I'm gonna take y'all back. The MTV Awards when Sisqo performed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You remember he had on an all red.
Yes, he did. Speak on it.
He had the platinum hair.
Speak
Right.
on it.
Right. I'm
Right.
gonna paint it. I'm gonna paint it for those that know. I'm gonna
Yeah.
paint it.
Speak on
For
it.
those that were not there.
Yeah.
Look,
I remember watching it like
and
yesterday.
he came out singing Incomplete.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Even though they wanted thong song.
Oh yeah,
at
killing
the
it.
MTV Awards, but Sisqo was
Killing
like,
it.
"Nah, I'm from Drew Hill."
That part.
So he started off doing Incomplete. How can
And-
I believe I have it? Killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he hit us with the Drew Hill help me sing. I remember it like it was yesterday because I jumped out of I was sitting on the couch watching. I jumped out and said, "Hey, there they go. There they go." You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. But yeah, he hit us with the Drew Hill help me sing. And Drew Hill came out singing a song we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sounded like an interlude, but it's like, hey, there go Jazz, there go Woody.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna know, and you could see how excited he was.
Yeah.
To have
Right.
them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But especially to have them on MTV Awards.
Right.
Is that the first time? We got to fact check that. We can do that later. But I feel like that might have been the first time we seen an R&B group on the MTV Awards on a stage performing.
We definitely got to
But
fact check it.
We'll fact check it.
Time.
But I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. But okay. But yeah,
Boys to Men now.
I remember that. That was all around that time too, because the album had already been out for a minute.
Yeah.
When he did that performance,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Unleash the Dragon album.
Classic.
Crazy. Classic
album. I'm gonna say that. I was gonna wait till we got to the end, but this is definitely a classic album. For anyone who might not have been around to catch this run.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely, if you go back and listen to it, it holds up well.
Yeah, man.
And it was everywhere.
It was everywhere. 13 records.
I don't care what shade, color, background you was. You had this album.
Yeah.
If you were alive during this time, you had this album.
And if you was a person that, like us, like at the time, we used to buy the CD and I used to turn it over and I used to read the credits.
Yeah.
And as I was listening to the album, I was like, dang, this kind of sound like a Drew Hill album. Then you look at the credits and they're all in the credits.
So technically,
all the Drew Hill members.
Right.
Was in the credits for a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. So this is the thing. This is what I want to say. Then I'm a state. This Unleash the Dragon album was a Drew Hill album. If they're all in the credits and they're writing and they're producing and they're there and they're
Drew Hill album.
This is a Drew Hill album.
Right.
Period.
Unleash the Dragon was a Drew Hill album.
Definitely.
Right? And this goes back to what you was just saying. The unselfishness.
Yeah,
of
man.
Sisqo.
Yeah, man.
Like, as much as people pushed him to that forefront, he knew where he came from. Drew Hill.
And stood on
always repped it. Always repped it.
And still stand on it.
Always repped it.
To this day.
The whole solo run, it really wasn't a solo run. Drew Hill was in the Thong Song video.
Right.
The biggest performance he had at the time was the MTV Awards. They was on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're all on the album. Credits, writing, producing. Like, like they didn't break up.
No. They just transitioned. They were doing the New Edition. I say New Edition is the is maybe, and I gotta mention New Edition anytime I mention someone coming from a
A group.
R&B group.
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes,
Just to kind of circle back, put some respect on their names.
yes.
Mhm.
New Edition was maybe one of the first groups I can remember that were a crazy group by themselves and had the most solo individual. They had groups coming out of them that
Yeah.
was crazy. From Belle Biv DeVoe to Bobby Brown to Johnny Gill, you know what I mean, to Ralph Tresvant. I mean,
Come on.
That
dude.
tree.
I mean,
Yeah.
so what Drew Hill was doing was in the business model of I call it the New Edition business model. You start out as a group and then you do all the solo work and then you come back together as a group.
Come on. Yeah.
That's
Perfect.
the New Edition business model.
Yeah, definitely. Very well put. Very well
Come
put.
on.
That's exactly what it is.
Come on,
Exactly.
man. Yeah, man.
Just
Super
build a
crazy.
Baltimore version of it.
Right.
You
Okay.
know. And then, if you remember when the You Are Everything remix came out.
Yeah.
And that crazy Matrix video.
And it's crazy because it's on this album, but it's also on Drew Hill's second. No, it was released as a single around the time of the second album, right?
Right.
And what is the second album? Drew Hill's second album is
Drew World Order. No.
It's
Enter the Drew. Drew World Order was
Is it Return of the Drew? I think it's Return of the Drew.
Return of the Drew, I believe.
Yeah.
Shout out to and whoever had the Bruce Lee references, all this, because they was all in the Bruce Lee bag.
Right.
Like lightweight, Drew Hill could have been like a part. Like, you know what? Hold on, let me say this. There's a missed opportunity here, Drew Hill. I'm speaking to the fellas right now. Drew Hill, there was a missed opportunity. I would love to have heard some collaborations with Wu-Tang Clan.
There was
the Drew and the Wu.
Yeah,
there was.
It was.
I missed it then.
It was on the second album, Return of the Drew.
Yep.
I want to
He had a song with Method Man.
Yeah, I know that. I'm not saying that, but there was.
I mean, that's woo.
There's a marketing niche.
But you know what he mean, like the entire like clan versus clan, like group versus.
But
the Drew versus the Wu.
If you remember,
would have been hard.
Like Wu-Tang wasn't doing no records like that.
That was an opportunity.
It wasn't gonna do anything with
Right. True.
Wu-Tang. If you think about their discography, they don't have nothing in there like that.
Nah.
I mean, so I
wouldn't have expected DMX to do a song with Sisqo. Thong Song is nothing like DMX.
That was
I just want to clarify once again. Drew Hill, who self-titled their first album. Second album was Enter the Drew.
Enter the Drew. Thank you.
That's why we fact
third album.
That's why we
Drew World Order.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to make sure because we got naysayers out there that are always trying to poke holes and like, come on,
right?
We human too at the end of the day, but we still love it enough to go do the work.
And we fans, and we fans. What up, O?
Right.
What up, O?
Oh, notes in the building. If we see you, fam, what's good?
Come on.
You see what we talking about?
We're talking about this.
We're talking about it today.
The Sisqo discography.
Oh man.
I want to continue. I want to continue with his career. So
yes.
It states conflicts within Drew Hill prevented the group from reuniting as planned in 2000.
Right.
This is usually attributed to time conflicts during the recording of Sisqo's second solo LP. During this period, Sisqo branched out into hosting the dance competition program, Sisqo's Shakedown on MTV, and into film, taking on supporting roles in the films Get Over It, 2001 with Kristen Dunst, and Snow Dogs 2002 with Cuban Gooding.
Oh yeah, he was a pop star. He was
pretty funny in Snow Dog.
Yo, they had him with Kristen Dunst acting.
Yeah,
Get Over It. I kind of remember that.
Yeah,
but they really was trying to take him into this other audience.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You know what I mean? And it's dope. Go get your money, my boy. Go get your money. It's because you're gonna sing like you come from a Baptist church anyway. So I don't care. I don't care where they put you, deacon.
That part.
Right.
That part.
You know?
Right.
And he never not did that.
Come on, for real though.
Let's keep that a book.
It said he also starred as a vampire in the Sabrina
Mm-hmm.
the Teenage Witch season 6 episode 1.
Yeah.
Although his second LP, Return of the Dragon, released in June 2001, eventually went platinum, its singles Can I Live and Dance for Me
Yeah.
performed far below expectations. Apart from in the United Kingdom, where Dance for Me became his third top 10 hit.
Yeah.
By 2002, Sisqo reunited with Drew Hill, which released its third LP in late 2002. The LP underperformed, and the group was subsequently released from their recording contract.
Subsequently, you know the funny thing.
Thank you.
That overseas success, I can confirm that also. I remember I was fresh in the Navy at the time. I remember hearing these singles a lot of foreign countries, like hearing local radio off of this album. Like it was definitely championed well over there.
Can I say something that might be a little unpopular?
Sure.
I think
combo, baby.
I think "Can I Live" was a better song than Thong Song.
Yeah.
I remember when this video came out, him and Teddy Riley.
Yeah.
Sisqo had the braids. He had the braids with the gold in it. You know what I'm saying? With they let his hair grow out. He had some braids.
Yeah.
Can I live? Can I breathe? Inhale, exhale, get off of me. I was like,
yeah.
What? I just remember that. What is this? I just thought that was hard.
Yeah.
I said, yo.
It was. That song was cold.
Yeah.
I
thought it was harder. I thought it was definitely harder.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought them definitely in their own entities for sure. Yeah. But
it was like his,
everything Sisqo touched during this time was always cinematic. It was all like a movie.
Yeah.
No matter what, every time he gave, it was always going to be a look. It was going to be a dance. It was going to be high impact power. He was going to sing. He was going to sing his heart out. Like
what was those lyrics?
That's what he did all throughout his career, even with Drew Hill. So it's like you didn't expect nothing less.
Right.
What was those lyrics? Can I live? Can I breathe?
Inhale, exhale.
Get off of me.
Get off of me.
Yep.
What can I do? When he said, what's the words?
I know he said something about give me privacy. So it kind of reminded me of, Bobby Brown's My Prerogative, concept wise.
Michael Jackson's Leave Me Alone concept.
Leave Me Alone, right.
That too.
And look who, like Teddy Riley had, it goes, that was, come on, that was hard, man. I remember the BET Awards performance of that song.
Yeah.
He had Level on the stage. It was super dope. He started off on the rooftop of a skyscraper building. You remember this?
Nah.
Yeah.
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 Then he jumped off the building onto the stage.
On some Batman type shit.
Crazy.
That shit was hard. I wonder if that performance, you can probably go look that up on YouTube. I'm sure that's out there somewhere. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sisqo used to do the most, bro.
Right.
Live performance, he used to do the most.
Had everybody trying to sing their heart out.
Oh, yeah. But not just that, like performance wise, like he was always in the hat, like with the Usher, with all the with the Michael Jacksons and the like. He was always in those discussions too. Because of how well he entertained.
He was definitely a full-blooded entertainer because he could dance. Yeah. I just think maybe he was more in an Usher because he was a dancer, but a choreography based dancer.
Understood.
I guess because you got certain people that like freestyle dancers that do more of that, and he seemed like
more choreographed. Yeah,
but he was dope.
Not as fluid as an Usher.
Yeah, I just remember that one hand cartwheel.
Yeah.
He's athletic.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely that.
On the way.
Yeah.
Straight up.
all the way.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, all the boy bands started doing that one hand.
Yeah, I don't really miss that era. That was the era when everybody was doing basketball dribbles and air dribbles. Remember that? Everybody was all the choreography was
Yeah.
between
Basket
the
Air
leg
One base.
basketballs.
Yep. Look, there it is.
I like, yeah, the
Yep. Look
black
at that.
people will love this. He's gonna
Yep.
do dribbles.
Yep. It was a time though. Still
Yes,
a time, man.
everybody had
It
those
was
damn.
Right
it
there,
definitely
right
was a
there,
fun time though.
right there.
There it is.
I do remember this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah,
Yeah. See braids.
heck yeah.
Yeah. And remember, Ja Rule had the same look.
Everybody had the same.
Everybody had
The jean outfit.
yeah, man. Oh,
Come on.
so
He's
this is
dressing like
man.
he's
Yeah,
dressing like the Hot Boys,
yeah.
like Lil Wayne in '99.
And
Dressed
you
like
gotta think, you had to really know how to dance to maneuver and all that back stuff fitting that beat.
right,
All
Right.
kind of ways you can get tangled up and trip and fall. And man, it's been some people take some bad spills
right.
wearing the same stuff.
Do y'all remember this era when everybody was walking around with the button up Asian shirts with the dragons on it? Everything had a dragon on it.
Yep.
Yes.
I blame y'all, Drew Hill. I blame you, Sisqo. Everybody walking around here with a dang dragon chain.
They
But you
start doing
know,
the blonde hair like later on. Everybody kind of caught on
definitely.
to that late.
Yep.
Yeah,
They followed it, but
Yeah. But you
yeah.
know, anything we do that's popular amongst us always ends up going mainstream in some kind of way.
he
We
was
can't
getting to
never
it.
have nothing to ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Marion good at both.
Oh,
He
facts.
is.
Straight
Marion
up.
Facts.
is.
Yeah, true.
Facts. Oh, notes. Appreciate it.
True.
Sure.
But they
Look at it.
they gotta pay a little home. I don't think they pay enough homage to Sisqo what he brought to the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
I concur.
Because those 1990, the late 90s, early 90s, late 90s, early 2000 R&B groups,
Mm-hmm.
Sisqo's two albums
Mm-hmm.
pushed Drew Hill above everybody else, in my opinion. Because
Mm-hmm.
because without those two albums, you can make an argument of Jagged Edge, 112. I call those like the big three at the time.
Yeah.
But after Drew Hill, you start seeing like copycat Drew Hill groups.
Definitely.
Remember the group One Question?
Yep.
Definitely.
I don't care what your mother say. I think that might have been from the DC area too.
No question.
No
Yep.
question.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
No
question.
question. I remember them.
It was to me they sounded like Drew Hill. Profile kind of. They didn't sound like Drew Hill per se,
But they definitely had some. You definitely heard the influence though.
Influence. Yeah.
that lead vocal sound. That
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Mhm.
Product of the time though. That's what was going still. Like so. Yeah. You're right.
So
You're right.
they were the Sisqo and Drew Hill were the ones that kind of led the push for people to sing with
Most
big
definitely.
harmonies, which
Most
was dope.
Yep. And then you had Third Story,
Thursday.
a direct carbon copy. They even
Direct.
worked with a lot of the same producers.
They was on Island Def. They was on.
That was on the same
Look,
label.
I had the mixtape or the sampler CD with the Third Story records with Drew. I had a CD from Island Def Jam with all them boys on there as a kid.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I kind of want to continue.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk a little bit about this Return of the Dragon album.
Yes, sir. Please do.
And
Pull up.
and then we pretty much there.
I'm not afraid.
So there were some songs on this album where I'm kind of like, all right, you being experimental.
Uh-huh.
I got it. But I think he was forced to release another album faster than what he wanted,
Yeah.
because if you look, Unleash the Dragon was 1999,
Right.
and this one is 2001. So I feel like that's, especially for that day and time,
Mhm.
that's just not enough to come after that album,
Mhm.
right? Um, to come back. But I always felt like Return of the Dragon was more of a what do you call it? Compilation album.
Talk about it.
Because it really showcased like Lover and everybody else. I'm gonna take this down.
Yeah.
It really showcased them,
Mhm. And
and
also the other groups
yep,
that he
Make It
was trying to
Hot,
bring up out of
yep,
Baltimore, Make It Hot, The Associates.
yep,
Yeah.
and it did all that. So I always looked at that album like that. It did have some songs on there I liked, um, like I'm gonna actually go to the song
Mhm.
and let's see.
Mhm. Mhm.
I like the "You Don't Know Me" bonus track.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Featuring Lover. You know,
Hey,
another like
what
duet type song. You know what I'm
don't do
saying?
that to Lover, man. It's Lover song. It's their song. Just call it their song.
Come on.
Ain't no featuring.
That's what
Come
I
on.
was saying. That's what I was
It's
saying.
it
Like,
was their song.
you know what I mean?
I know it's titled like that, but it's their song. It's really their song.
And
If
Can I
anything, it's
Live says
featuring Sisqo.
featuring the Dungeon family. I mean the Dungeon family, the Dragon
Yeah,
family.
the
You
Dragon
know what I
fan.
mean?
Yep. Yep.
Um, it had all the people that was signed to his label, everybody was on that song.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I think he was trying to roll out the carpet for them.
Yeah.
You know what I
Or at least
mean?
get them going.
Get them going.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Um, Interesting, man.
Definitely. Definitely.
You know, third story was some Sanding brothers, yo. With some Singing brothers. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Yes, they were. For
I agree. Sisqo isn't given half the recognition he deserves. Not at all.
Yeah. I don't like how they play with him. They make Cisco seem like he was like a joke of an artist or something.
They go thong song.
And that's
And stop right
the
there.
only reason.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the only reason. It's crazy.
Very much so. All right. So what we're gonna do now is y'all want to say anything about the Return of the Dragon album?
Oh yeah.
What you felt like when you heard it?
Oh man, come on. I felt in the vein of everything I know and love about Cisco. I did feel like overall, like he didn't bring it as much as he should have, but at the same time, when you listen to his totality, it wasn't. It was more so had an agenda that he was pushing his groups. So you got a chance
Mm,
to get introduced to them more so than anything. He like gave you moments where he still gave you what you were used to on the last album,
right.
because that's how he promoted it, pretty much like a continuation or a follow up of that last project
Yes.
or whatever. And he definitely gave us a few of those songs on there, but in its totality, as a whole, like he definitely had some filler songs on that bad boy.
Yes. I
Definitely
agree.
had some filler.
The experimental joints made me feel like he was trying to, like, first of all, Cisco's in a whole nother conversation. He's in another audience now. So
Right.
he's trying to do things to appeal to them. And I think he was getting away from his original fan base with just, I think he not made a mistake, but he stumbled upon success with Thong Song.
Yeah.
So because of that, it kind of shaped the next album sound a
Yeah.
little bit, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think they wanted another thong song, and like,
Yeah. It was
how
like
many of
the
those can you make? You
Yeah.
can't. You can't.
When what got him to that album was them R&B ballads, that that R&B music. That's what
Right.
got him
Yeah.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
For real. For real. Hell
I
yeah.
think that's interesting, man.
Most definitely.
So what I want to do now is um kind of talk about where Cisco is at now, right? So this was 2001. I kind of want to fast forward to 2024. Um, Cisco is currently back with Drew Hill, full throttle. They're doing shows like every weekend, looks like everywhere. they just got done with their 25th anniversary, where they brought back like all the members of those that wanted to participate, and
Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful thing. Like, I really can't see Sisqo outside of Drew Hill to me. I know he had 2 solo albums, but like I felt like Unleash the Dragon, not even feel like it was a Drew Hill album. So to me, I feel like he didn't really have a solo album because the first one was a Drew Hill album, the second one was a compilation
Yeah.
Right.
Oh wow. When you put it
Yeah.
that way,
When you put
sir.
it that's really what it
Wow.
was.
That's hey.
Great point.
And
Hey.
then you
Hey,
want
we
to
bringing truth
highlight
to light over
Thong
here,
Song.
people.
You want to highlight Thong Song
We're
because
bringing truth to light.
Thong Song was so different. You know what I mean? Like he only has one Thong Song in his catalog.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, he batted it up too, for real.
you
Like
know.
my favorite track on that second album. Dog, talk about a ballad for you.
Which one? Which one?
Doggone drawing the blank. Hold on, my favorite song on the album, that doggone Without You.
Okay.
That was a Drew Hill song.
Definitely.
All day long.
With which one was it that
That's the one that Woody started off.
Okay, yeah.
Soaring
Which is the one
to
where it go
fly
from like
there.
live track to a live band?
Mm.
What song is that?
That live track to live band.
Yeah, like I'm like, dang, I don't even know if I ever heard that like that.
Was it the gospel joint at the end of the first one?
Nah. It was on Return of the Dragon.
Okay.
I want
Man,
to
I wish
say
I knew. Which one
it could have
was.
been Close Your Eyes. I want to say it might have been Last Night.
Okay.
I
Maybe.
just remember it being something slow.
Yes, it was. And like
Definitely
where
something
the
slow.
track started is not where it ended. I was
No,
like,
it's
dang,
not.
this turned into a whole. It was almost like 2 songs in one.
Mm-hmm.
It was dope though.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I feel ultimately though. I feel like he didn't really have a solo album. He had solo moments,
Yep,
you
definitely.
know. But other people may think different,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I think Thong Song gave him that other kind of look,
Right.
but ultimately it's like, fast forward now, he's back with Drew Hill, so that tell you,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, where the bread and butter was,
Exactly.
Right.
Hey, shout out to Sisqo, man, for being stand up
Big
throughout
ups.
all this.
Big
Just
ups.
standing on it. Big ups to you, man. You
Yeah,
ain't
because he
celebrating
said,
one of the unsung heroes of R&B.
Yeah, so I think what happened was they signed a 5-album deal with Def Jam.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Sisqo's albums counted as 2 Drew Hill albums.
Yep.
Right.
Talking about being, man.
Wow.
You talking about looking out?
Hell yeah.
He was looking out.
Yeah.
Right. Straight up.
Out.
And didn't have to.
Come on.
Really didn't have to.
He helped the group out by doing 2 solo albums.
Yep.
In place of 2 Drew Hill albums.
Mm-hmm.
His goal was to do one, as you can see.
Right.
His goal was to do Unleash the Dragon and then come back.
And they get back to it.
But that's not what happened.
Right.
So
yeah, it's hard to double back when you see so much success.
It is.
Yes.
Definitely is. But thank God he did it though.
I love it, man. I love the Sisqo story though.
Hell
Super
yeah.
dope.
Hell
Right.
yeah. And all things Drew Hill. Let's keep it a buck. That's another pillar in the R&B universe.
Right.
Come on.
They had a moment, man. Their moment was big. Their moment was like anything in that brand, the Drew Hill, the Dragon brand.
Yeah.
Like I said, you made your mark when you start seeing people copying what you're doing.
Hmm. What I want to do right now is I definitely want to restate that the phone lines is open, peoples. 619-333-8624. 619-333-8624. We want to make sure that the lines is open for y'all. If y'all want to call in, come on. Tell us something. Tell us anything you know about Sisqo. How about that? Tell us
Yes.
anything you know about Sisqo and let's talk about it. We want to hear from y'all. So
Please
feel free
call.
to call in. Feel free to call in. Um,
Give us a call now.
I don't think we'll get another he did release another EP. I think he released two.
Oh,
I remember one in 2014 and he
right.
released another one in 2019, but it was like 4 tracks. Um, you know, I don't think we'll get any more albums from Sisqo.
Well, I'm not sure. I haven't listened to this one yet,
Hmm.
but according to Apple Music, I'm gonna show it on the screen.
Uh-oh.
What is that? What's that called?
This
I'll
is
look it up right now.
it's called Sisqo The Last Dragon, 2015 release.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That one had
12 songs.
like lips and he had some songs on there
Mhm.
Yep.
that I liked.
Got a song featuring Waka Flocka Flame.
Yep, that was a single. What
Waka,
was that?
waka,
That was
waka.
A-list, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. See, I remember from the top of my head.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that album was cool. That album was cool. Album was cool. I don't think we'll get any more. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm. At
um,
least not in the near future.
I don't think we'll get any albums. I think we'll get like,
Drew
you know,
Hill will die pretty much, in my
like
opinion.
the short EPs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. He released another one in 2019 called
Mhm.
Genesis.
Yep.
It was like 4 songs: Drag On, Bend Down, Round and Round, and Baby Girl.
Yep.
Come on. You know?
Out here.
Sisqo. Sisqo be talking that talk, man.
Yeah. So
Super
put some
duper
respect on
R&B.
Cisco name for real.
Come on.
Yes. All you people claiming to do R&B, y'all better be familiar.
Gotta be.
Gotta be.
Gotta be. He that millennium change, like he was around. He was around.
Mhm.
Him, Usher, they all was Tyrese.
Yep.
They all had like an impact around that time, you know, because
Tyrese,
Tyrese was
Usher,
singing and acting.
Genuine,
Yep.
Cisco.
Yep.
Like there's a few like
It's a lot of them.
like high level A list R&B. Like Cisco was an A lister,
Mm-hmm.
right?
For sure.
Right up there with Usher and them.
Yeah. He came from an A-list group. You know what I mean? Like
That
on
part.
top of that. you know. Um, but yeah, I love his story, man. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna be listening to some Cisco today. You know. Um, I'm definitely gonna dive into that for sure. Um,
Got to dive into the last
you got
track.
it. You got any last shout outs, Kurt, you want to do before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. I just want to say, shout out to you, to the squad, shout out to everybody who's checking us out. We do a job to go back and just pay respect and homage to our greats, our what I mean, our heroes. So
Right.
shout out to Cisco, shout out to Drew Hill. Thank you for the good music. Thank you for changing the sound of R&B, especially in your time. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Oh, definitely. Hey,
Same
shout out
here,
everybody
man.
in the chat too, man.
Shout out to the chat, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
Shout out O Notes, man. Appreciate you, man. Shout out Miss T. Appreciate
yeah.
y'all
Shout out
participating in
everybody,
the chat,
man.
man.
That's in that's in that chat, man. Even for those that's gonna watch this later, shout out to you too.
Mhm.
Um, you know, make sure you following our Instagram. vibes and the word in, vibes, single
Yeah.
letter in, and convo. Make sure you're following that IG, man. We post a lot of promo there. And make sure that you are actually following our YouTube. Please subscribe. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please subscribe. Also, check out the Vibes and Combo playlist. We will be adding a lot of songs today.
Ooh.
We got a long list of songs that we added today.
About
So
to power up today.
yeah, we about to power up. So check out the Vibes and Combo playlist on Spotify.
Yes.
Vibes and Combo. You'll see the playlist on Spotify. Check that out, man. And
also y'all go check out them y'all go check out those videos. Y'all seen if y'all been following Vibes and Convo playlist, y'all know what we've been posting. Go and check out that music, man. Run up those streams, like come on.
Let's
Quit
go.
playing with yourself. There's a
Let's
lot more
go,
of that where
man.
that came from. Do I need to stress?
Come on.
Do I need to stress the rest? Like, come on.
Come on, man.
Y'all know what this is.
Yeah.
We champion all things R&B over here.
Come on.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get up out this thing, but we're gonna see y'all next Saturday, same time, 12 p.m. Pacific time, right here, where we gonna talk that R&B talk. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta do the True Hill jump.
All right.
Tell
Okay.
me. Yeah. All right, we out this thing. Peace.
Peace.